Ready?
Yes, Judge. Interpreter.
I think he can understand the judge if the judge goes slowly.
Okay.
Is that possible?
No.
Well, that's why I emphasize if the judge can go slowly.
You want to try or no?
Yes, sir.
All right, come on, let's roll.
So Vera, come on, please.
All right. Mark, we're doing arraignments first.
Did you say Olvera?
Or Galvan, I don't know which one you have them under.
It's not under Olvera. What was another name? What was the other name?
Page 8.
It's Galvan. Sal Galvan.
Good morning, Mr. Galvan. You were charged with driving while intoxicated. You were facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. Do you understand? Are you sure, or would you?
He's just a little bit embarrassed of the situation, Judge, of being here for the first time.
Do you prefer a translator or?
Well, I understand what you just telling me, yes.
Okay, we are going to do probable cause. We need to know what happened in the case. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. Okay, ready?
Yes, Your Honor, thank you. On April 27, 2025, in Harris County, Texas, a law enforcement officer observed a vehicle going 74 miles per hour in a 45 mile per hour zone via radar. He observed the vehicle stop beyond the designated stopping point at a red light and make a wide right turn. The law enforcement officer initiated a traffic stop and observed in turn a 3 out of 4 on the one-leg stand. The defendant refused consent to provide a specimen, and a blood warrant was obtained and executed.
Any RDWIs? Have a license?
He does have a license, John.
No prior DWIs, Your Honor. I'm running his license, although.
Mr. Galvan, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with your case. Hay suficiente causa para continuar con tu causa, ¿ok? No puedes tomar alcohol, illegal drogas, y te voy a hacer examen. Si tomas o si usas, te pongo en la cárcel. ¿Me entiendes? Tú tienes un abogado, no tienes que venir a la corte hasta que él te dice. Pero si él me dice que no puede contactar y tienes problemas, voy a revocar la fianza. ¿Me entiendes? Tú no puedes manejar si no tienes una licencia y también aseguranza en tu nombre. All right?
Thank you, Your Honor.
So for now, we will have you sign a reset. Vas a ir con Roxanne de Pretrial Services y ya te puedes ir.
Y no se tiene que presentar para próximas cortes.
Muchas gracias.
Gracias.
All right, Judge. Next is Gayos Marie Castillo. Come on up.
Está right here. I just not right here. And he was.
Sorry, that's in
Yeah, time first and then he'll sit down and then.
Liability insurance in your name. Do you understand? That is a condition of your bond. I'm now also ordering you not to drive in a reckless manner, not to participate in any street takeovers, racing, anything of this nature. And if I find you do, I will put you in jail. No more PR bonds. Do you understand?
It's other way, Your Honor.
How old are you, sir? What do you do for a living? Okay. Do you have the ability to hire a lawyer? You want a court-appointed lawyer?
Under request of attorney.
Okay. I need you to fill out an application for me. Deputy Miranda is going to give an application. I'm going to have you go to Victoria, sign a reset, and then I'm going to have you take a seat in the jury box. Do not leave until you sign all our bond conditions. You understand? Come on. Do you mind filing those conditions, please?
Yes, Your Honor. That'd be no reckless driving and no driving.
Same
without a
as-
valid license.
And then, no racing, street takeovers, donuts.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Judge. Next is page 27. Royalty.
Hold on a second. I have, ready?
I found him, yes.
Is it an arraignment?
It's an arraignment.
Last name?
Gallegos.
Page 7.
Oh,
Oh, I didn't even have the
Amber.
chipped in.
There's also a co-defendant in this case.
Really?
Oh,
The DUI.
no. Sorry,
Oh,
you're right.
okay.
Okay, I thought come up.
Oh, that's not mine. I'm over here.
So, who's yours?
He's mine.
All right, do me a favor, have a seat for me right now, we'll call you right back.
this was.
All right, stand.
You are on bond for DWI and you've now picked up a new DWI. Sir. You were charged again. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor. On April 24th, 2025, in Harris County, Texas, law attached to a crash. The law enforcement officer spoke with a complaining witness who stated he had gone to the bathroom and heard the defendant crash into the bus. The complaining witness was the bus driver. The complaining witness estimated the damages to be $1,000. Another witness saw the defendant strike the bus, get stuck between the bus and another vehicle, and then exit the driver's side door and try to push the vehicle out. The witness stated after another individual told the defendant they were calling the police, the defendant fled. Another law enforcement officer was alerted to the incident and found the defendant who matched the description given. A witness was able to identify the defendant as the individual driving the vehicle that struck the bus. Another law enforcement officer made contact with the defendant who stated he was coming from an Astros game where he drank. The law enforcement officer observed a moderate odor of alcoholic beverage, glossy eyes, and profuse sweat from the defendant. The defendant refused to cooperate on standard field sobriety tests. The defendant refused to provide a specimen. A blood warrant was obtained and executed.
Mr. Gallegos, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with the case. I am now taking away your privilege to drive. You are not allowed to drive at all. Do you understand me?
Yes, sir.
On one ankle, I'm going to put a scram monitor so I know that you're not consuming alcohol. On your other ankle, you will get a GPS monitor and I'm giving you a curfew because I don't want you out in the middle of the night. And if I find that you're out, I will revoke your bond and make it extremely high. He's on bond for this DWI.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
revoking his bond. You're going to jail today.
Right now?
Right now.
Okay, as far as the monitors, can we waive
So-
the fee?
Absolutely, of
Okay.
course.
Can you get my stuff to my mom?
Yes.
So these are conditions. We'll have him sign now. The GPS monitor prior to release.
Are you setting the bond?
Of course. Mr. Gallegos, I want you to understand something. This is an affidavit that you're going to sign to me, that you're going to promise to me you're not going to drive. I don't give a rat's behind what your excuse is. If Jesus comes from heaven and needed to ride to church, you drive. I can have a contempt hearing. You can be facing an additional 6 months in jail and a $500 fine every time you drive. Do you understand? I am now also sending notice to DPS that I'm placing a restriction on, you're not allowed to drive, but I'm placing an additional restriction on your license that you are not allowed to drive any vehicle that doesn't have an ignition interlock on it. This notice is sent to DPS so that every single officer in the state knows that if you are in a vehicle driving, they pull you over, you don't have an interlock, they will take you to jail. Do you understand? As it stands, you are not allowed to drive for any reason. Okay, we'll have him sign this. We'll put him in back. I'll set the bond and then,
Take my
Look, I asked you to start moving around, we'll handle this when I can get the.
All right, Judge.
get whatever date you want on the new cases.
Okay.
When he posts bond on the, old case, feel free to get in touch with the, and then you can put the date
Just
or
put it
whatever.
together.
Yeah.
What are
He-
you setting the bond at?
I'll tell it.
5001.
5,001.
Yeah.
Both cases or just the?
He just, no. The two new ones, I'm not gonna touch. I'm gonna leave it as is. He's made a bond, so we're only gonna do the old DWI, 5001. Actually, we're gonna need, he signed conditions now, so when he gets out, he'll have, yeah,
Okay.
because we'll give him a copy of the conditions now.
Okay,
So they just feel free to let her, whatever date you get,
okay.
after he
And then
gets out,
once it's
just, yeah.
Okay, thank you.
All right, Judge, next is page 20, Mendoza, come on up.
Hi.
Done papers, right?
Tuesday, the 6th. Okay.
What was the last name again?
Mendoza?
You are Alexa Mendoza. Ms. Mendoza, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you.
Thank you, Your Honor. On April 23rd, 2025, law enforcement officers were dispatched to a traffic collision in Harris County, Texas. The officer observed the defendant's motor vehicle on the fixed rail tracks impaled to the LRV. The law enforcement officer opened the door to check on the defendant, the sole occupant of the vehicle, and observed the defendant to be impaired. The law enforcement officer observed glossy eyes and slurred speech, and the defendant stated she left a bar where she had 8 to 10 drinks of tequila and was on the way to a concert. Standard field sobriety tests were conducted. A 6 out of 6 was reported on the HGN. The law enforcement officer notes that the defendant threw up during the HGN. The walk and turn was a 4 out of 8, and the one leg stand was a 3 out of 4. The defendant was ID'd by her Texas driver's license, and the defendant consented to a breath test yielding a .137 and a .123.
Any prior DWIs?
No, Your Honor.
License?
Check that.
Ms. Mendoza, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm ordering you now as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, unprescribed controlled medication. You will be randomly tested. If you test positive, your bond will be revoked. You'll go into custody. You understand?
Yes.
You are not allowed to drive unless you have a Texas driver license and liability insurance in your name. As long as you have those, you may continue to drive. Just don't use. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
It is awful, Your Honor.
Great. Because you have a lawyer, I will waive your appearance, but you must stay in touch with them and they'll tell you if and when you have to come back to court. For now, we'll have you go to Victoria, sign a reset. You'll get with Roxanne for your bond conditions and then you're free to go.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Judge, page 27, loyalty, come on up.
Good morning, Mr. Royalty.
Yes, sir.
Sir, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor. On April 24th, 2025, law enforcement officer was dispatched to a Shell gas station in Harris County, Texas. Upon arrival, the officer observed the motor vehicle to have crash damaged and to be disabled and inoperable. The law enforcement officer observed the defendant sitting in the driver's seat. The law enforcement officer observed constricted pupils, slow speech, and unsteady balance. The defendant stated that he was driving his vehicle before the accident and that he does not know what he wrecked into. The defendant stated he did not know where he was coming from before the crash. The defendant stated he consumed 1 alcoholic beverage. He also stated that he inhaled nitrous oxide approximately 20 minutes before the crash. Standard field sobriety tests were conducted. A 0 out of 6 was reported on the HGN, a 3 out of 8 on the walk and turn, a 2 out of 4 on the one leg stand. The law enforcement officer observed an empty bottle of vodka on the driver's side floorboard, an empty vodka bottle inside the center console, and a half empty beer in the back seat. The law enforcement officer observed 3.3 liters of space gas containers of nitrous oxide and 14 1-liter nitrous oxide containers. The defendant is the registered owner of the motor vehicle. The defendant agreed to a breath test strip. However, the law enforcement officer notes that there was an interferent error and the breath test was unable to be collected. The law enforcement officer called for a drug recognition expert who completed an evaluation. The drug recognition expert stated the defendant is under the influence of cannabis and is unable to operate a motor vehicle safely. The defendant consented to a blood test and a sample was collected.
Okay. Mr. Royalty, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm ordering you now as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, unprescribed controlled medication, and that includes nitrous oxide, whippets, anything of this nature. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
If I find that you use, I will revoke your bond, put you in jail. No more PR bonds. Any priority to PIs?
No priority to
License?
eligible.
And you may continue to drive as long as you have a license and liability insurance in your name. If you don't have either, then you're not allowed to drive. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Do you have the ability to hire a lawyer?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I can have you fill out an application. We'll take a look to see whether you qualify. I need to know everything about you, how much money you have at the bank, what you do for a living, what kind of car you drive, how much money you have coming in, and I'll take a look to see whether you qualify. Deputy Miranda is going to give you the application. I'll have you sign a receipt with Victoria, and then we'll have you take a seat in the jury box, sir. Sir, please.
Judge, that's it for now.
Okay. Mark Metz.
All right, bye.
What's the deal, Pickle?
We are here on Vanessa Torres. It's number the VA.
Torres is the last name? Okay,
We're waiting on some medical reports from the hospital, but that's not gonna, I don't think, make or break the case. He said that he just made an offer.
Are you happy?
The reset.
Are you happy with the offer?
I haven't even seen the offer. He just.
I put
told
it in
me.
yesterday. It was a deferred, a classic, the T-Raz deferred.
So I just want some time to talk to him, and.
You're at 190 days old though, so it's time to make a decision. I'll give you a couple weeks, but
Yeah, that's.
your client's got to be here within the next 2 weeks to decide what we need to do. Okay? Okay, thanks, Mark, man. Hi, Sarah, you ready?
Good morning.
Hi.
I'm here for Mr. Torres.
Have another.
So I think there was confusion. No, I approached yesterday to move his BVR to today, and I never talked to Vic about it, and that's my mistake. So it's off docket. So I have the cause number if you'd like. 2509942. I also talked to the state because we were set for today anyway about the DWPTI application mitigation packet, and we've not heard back yet. So
Where is he?
right there.
Come up, Mr. Torres.
He's doing the live stream out for his approach.
I'm just sending him for a drug test. I'm
Oh,
sending you for a drug test. The next time you fail the test, you will go to jail. Do you understand me? Okay, take a seat for me. Okay, we'll let you know the results.
okay. So we just sit on the, wait for the
He needs
reset.
to come back.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
I need your. Hold on, I might. Hey, Sarah, can you give me your cell phone and then I can
Sure.
text you that way you don't have to.
I'm
wait?
happy to stay. That's okay.
No. Because you can always zoom in. You know?
Okay.
It's silly for you to wait. Okay, thanks.
You should be-
Then I'll let you know when you're back. Okay, counsel, come on. Yes, sir.
Richard Lott here for Ramon Jesus Delgado, Sears. RES.
I see it. Okay. Where are we?
I believe lady is looking for a reset. They need to talk to a witness.
It's 190 days old. I mean, Cole, where are we at?
Judge, I've been trying to get in contact with the material witness that was very adamant on scene with ID, yet to be successful in getting in contact with her.
Okay, I'll give you one final week. That's it. It's 190 days old now. If you don't have it in a week, then
Yes, Judge.
move
Thank
forward
you.
without the witness.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Okay, got it. Okay, take care. Mr. Sims,
Judge, I have a plea on Bueno.
okay, you mind bringing him up?
Now, before we start.
Morning, Mr. Bueno. Morning. You're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. You have worked out an agreement. They're offering you 3 days in jail, credit for the 2 days that you've done. You need to understand that this charge is going on your record. It will be there for the rest of your life. Next time you get pulled over, if you have any kind of funky smell, it's probably not going to go well for you because the first thing officers do, they look at your record. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. So once you plead guilty, you can never change it. So you didn't want to do PTI.
Judge, we discussed it and he couldn't get the character letters together and
It's a damn shame, Mr. Bueno, because I want to tell you, you had the ability to get this thing dismissed. Now you're pleading guilty to this. One day you're going to look back and say, why didn't I take the time to get it done? This will affect you for the rest of your life.
It's possible.
I'm not, no, you're now at 200 days. You've done nothing. No, you've had plenty of time to get it done, not on the day of when you're set to plead.
Yes, sir.
The other thing is this, Mr. Bueno, I'm going to tell you that if you come back here with another DWI, it is a minimum of 30 days in jail for anything that you pick up. Not only that, if you continue to endanger the community, a second DWI, it's a $6,000 surcharge. So get ready. If you want to get lit, find another way, Uber, Lyft, whatever it may be. How do you plead to the offense? Guilty or not guilty?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to find you guilty. I will send it to you to the agreement. I'm going to suspend your license for 90 days, sir. Do not drive until you get a license. Good luck.
Would you be willing to waive the DPS fine?
Yeah.
Thank you, Judge.
Mr. Kim,
Judge,
Hey.
be very, very quick. Stacy's on Zoom.
Let me- hi, Stacy.
Good morning, Judge.
Maybe just ahead of time. It's a pre-signed waiver, Judge. She already has a copy. I sent her by email.
Got it. Okay.
It's only because he was
Here now.
he's in the whole. Yes, Judge.
Have you explained this to him?
So I explained it last time, Your Honor. I tried calling the holdover today because we were under the understanding that he had signed a waiver aside from that one. But if he can step out so he can understand what's going, because I know last time he was.
Please. Do you know the name? Okay.
Galvan? Was there a CI offer? Correct.
Morning, Mr. Groves.
Morning.
I'm bringing you out just to give you an update of what's going on with your case. You were wanted out of the state of Ohio for a probation violation I'm assuming that's weapons under disability.
Yes, I'm not familiar with the charge. I don't know what the Texas equivalent is.
The thing is this, Mr. Groves, is that when you sign for probation, no matter where you are, you need to read the fine print. Many times when you sign, you waive extradition by virtue of signing the agreement by saying, hey, if I ever take off, I will refuse to fight extradition. And that's what's happening now. So even if I wanted to give you a bond so you could go turn yourself into Ohio, I can't because you have already waived by virtue of signing for the probation. You understand? So that means that we give the demanding jurisdiction, which is Ohio here, 30 days to come get you. Okay? Okay?
Thank you, Judge.
All right.
Thanks. Thank you, Your Honor. May be excused.
Thanks, Ms. Morgan. Hi.
I'm here for Francisco Hernandez.
Okay.
He's here for a bond violation.
Okay, come up, Mr. Hernandez. It's Hernandez or Hernandez?
Mr.
Roxanne, what the
Presumptive positive for THC.
That's it.
That's it.
Okay. I'm giving you a pass for 50 days from the time that we ordered you not to use. Don't use. Do you understand? So we ordered him not to use when? He's still testing positive. We ordered him not to use in January.
Well, he tested positive on April 7th, Judge, or not, on April 14th, rather.
Okay, but he's still testing positive. He's still using when we ordered him not to use.
Yes, Judge, but I understand that THC can take up to 30 days to work out of urine, so there's no evidence that he's been using beyond the,
I ordered him not, let me see, hold on. I ordered him not to use in January. We are now,
Yes, Judge, but you've already addressed his drug use that resulted in the positive result on the April 14th drug test. You addressed that by chastising him at court and issuing several additional bond conditions. There's been no evidence that there's been any additional drug use for the court to address.
if I tested him in early January, then I'm gonna have an issue. But if it's the first time I tested him was in April, then I'm gonna give him the 50 days from the first time that we tested. But if I tested him early on and he tested positive and I admonished him not to use and he's still testing positive, I'm gonna have an issue. I don't remember when the first time we tested him, so I'm gonna ask her. Roxanne, on Mr. Hernandez, when was the first time we tested him, please?
When he first tested positive for THC?
Yeah, when did we first test him?
Oh, it was March 11th of this year.
So March 11th was the first test, and that was positive for,
Negative.
that was negative.
Yes, it was negative. And then on April 7th is when he was a no-show. And on April 14th, it was confirmed by lab that he was positive. for
No,
THC.
you're using. I'm sorry. I'm revoking your bond. You're going into custody.
I could just ask the court Mr. Hernandez's mother is out in the hallway. I'm certain that she's going to pay whatever the bond is. This revoking the bond here will only have the effect of punishing his mother, who will have to pay the bond. And I'd also just ask the judge, you to consider that I understand that there may be evidence that he's used since he was ordered to not use. I understand that. But there's no evidence that he's using now or that he has used in the more than 2 weeks since the prior drug test.
We just tested him yesterday. He tested positive. He tested positive a week ago. I've ordered him not to use. I mean, if I don't, then I'm rewarding him for his behavior, Mr. Schlossberg. That doesn't make any sense. You know, I understand that it's punishing mom. These are the things that you need to consider when you're out there. I told you not to use, and you're now using. Goes with you. I'm sorry, Mr. Schlossberg. I can't just continue to let people go.
Judge, the drug test yesterday, it came back positive for THC because it was within 14 days of the previous drug test on the 14th.
He tested negative the first time we tested him, and now he tested positive for using marijuana. That's it. There's no, I mean, really, if I don't, I'm enabling the behavior, and that's it.
Yes, sir. Maybe excuse me.
Please.
Judge, we have an arraignment that showed up a little late. Are you ready?
5001. Yeah, let's do it.
Page 15, Hines, come on up.
Good morning, Ms. Hines.
Good morning.
Ma'am, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, ma'am. Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor. Sorry, I'm having trouble loading it. Okay, here we go. On April 23rd, 2025, in Harris County, Texas, law enforcement officers were dispatched to a suicide. Upon arrival, law enforcement officers found the defendant in the driver's seat of a U-Haul truck, slumped over the steering wheel. The law enforcement officer observed bloodshot eyes, slurred speech, and unbalance from the defendant. The passenger, the co-defendant, was detained and a crack pipe fell out of the co-defendant's pocket. The law enforcement officers found foil with narcotics residue on the passenger seat of the vehicle. The defendant admitted to taking Xanax that morning, and standard field sobriety tests were conducted. A 6 out of 6 was recorded on the HGN, a 2 out of 8 on the walk and turn, a 0 out of 4 on the one-leg stand. The defendant consented to a blood test. A wheel witness stated they saw the U-Haul in motion, pull into the driveway of a house across the street, and then walked over to the U-Haul and saw the defendant in the driver's seat.
You said that you said they did field sobriety tests? They take them to the station, blood?
Yes, Your Honor. Standard field sobriety tests were conducted. 6 out of 6 on the HGN, 2 out of 8 on the walk and turn, and a 0 out of 4 on the one-legged stand.
Blood test, breath test?
It was a blood, consensual blood test.
Any private of the eyes?
No, Your Honor.
Signs I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with the case. I don't know if you have a problem with drugs or alcohol. Now is the time for you to address it, because I'm telling you, if it becomes a problem while you're on bond, I'm going to address it for you. And I promise you're not going to like the way that I do it. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
I'm ordering you not to use alcohol, illegal drugs, unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to test you, and I'm going to test you probably within a week. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Do not use. If you have a problem, now is the time for you to do whatever you need to do to address it. You have the ability to hire a lawyer, ma'am.
No, I don't think so.
Okay, I need you to fill out an application for me, and I'll take a look to see whether you qualify. I will have you go, oh, you said she has a valid license?
It is eligible.
Okay, you're also not allowed to drive unless you have valid liability insurance in your name, and that is also a condition of your bond. Do you understand, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
So I'm gonna have you go to Victoria, sign a reset. Deputy Miranda is gonna give you an application. I need you to fill it out for me. When you're done, you can bring it back to us and we'll take a look. Please. Roxanne, testing in a week, please. Mr. Alford, I saw your gentleman.
Yeah, I realized this morning I didn't CC everybody. I just sent you. It's Roger Byrne for the clerk as well. It's 2533384.
Did you get one done?
No, I just got the email yesterday. He's the old guy in Sarasota.
I remember.
Can I have him do that and send it to you from Florida?
ASAP.
You got it.
Like, Quest Diagnostic though, so we know it's legitimate.
West Diagnostics.
Right.
Do that and for the
So
Monday
just,
setting, you want me to push that back a little bit? If he fails, bring him in for bond forfeiture, or what would you like?
right, so have him get it done today,
Yes.
then just bring us the result as soon as you can.
Okay.
And we'll go from there. Hopefully it's negative, and then we'll just continue supervision. If it's dirty, then I don't know what we'll do. We'll have to bring it here. So
This is
Yeah, I got it.
Done while he's over there, and then if we need to.
I understand. Okay,
So this bond forfeiture setting on Monday, can I move that a few days from?
I'm okay with that.
Thank you. Back.
Just let Victoria know.
Great.
But it has to be this week though, and I wanted to test today.
Okay, as soon as I get in touch with them, I'll say go to Quest.
Yes.
Thank you. I'll touch base with you on the saw.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Slaughter.
Yes, Judge. If the court would allow it, Mr. Hernandez's mother is in the hallway and would like to address the court on his behalf.
I'm happy to do it.
Yes, Judge.
If you want to bring her up, I'm happy to do it.
He's on for Friday.
Come back. We get So then you're gonna be about it. They have to be. Yeah. That'll be one issue. Nothing impacted. So go ahead. If the board.
Let me give her my little.
Thank you so much.
Could we just to avoid creating a viral moment here?
Say it again?
Just to avoid creating a viral moment here, would it be okay to turn the lights from
Mendoza. I'm not gonna give you.
Should I go? I go to 14. Start that late.
I just said this is last piece to be a break function of the line. Okay, I have everything. We'll have the first step and then we can go to. Yes.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Please.
Your Honor, I'm here on a plea this morning for Jose Traconi.
Okay, are you ready?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you mind bringing them up? Good morning, Mr. Traconis. You speak English, right?
Yes.
Sir, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. You've worked out an agreement. They're offering you 3 days in jail, credit for the 2 days that you've done. You need to understand that this charge will go on your record. It's going to be there for the rest of your life. The next time you get pulled over, you smell like alcohol or dope. An officer's going to see this DWI. It's probably not going to go well for you. So don't give him the ammunition. Don't get into a car, even if you've had a sip. Do you understand?
I understand.
Bring up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization, or give up the right to appeal. Once you plead guilty, there's no change in this. Is this what you want to do?
Yes.
How do you plead to the offense, guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
Mr. Traconis, I want you to understand that from now on, what we're doing today, you're facing a minimum of 30 days in jail from now on if you ever pick up another DWI, not to mention a $6,000 surcharge that tacks on to you. And if you don't pay it every day or every $100 you owe, you sit 1 day in jail. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm going to suspend your license for 90 days. Do not drive until you get a license. Good luck to you, sir.
Your Honor, just if I may mention, I just wanted to notify the court that we will be applying for
Occupational? Okay. Sure. Okay, I understand that you're gonna have to, when you apply for an occupational license, you will have to do treatment. So, what we normally do is we have you do a TRAS, and then whatever the TRAS says is what you end up doing, and you have to get an interlock. So I don't know whether probation is something that you want, where I don't suspend your license, or whether you would just want to do this, because you're gonna undergo basically probation-esque terms regardless, if we give you an occupation, so. Okay,
Yes, sir.
okay, all right, good luck.
Judge, what do I do for you?
What does he do for a living? What do you do for a living?
Look, I'll data voice technician.
What kind of money do you make a month?
Right now, I'm not looking at it, but, I want to say, no, I don't need to check my chest first. But,
So are you working or you're not working?
right now, I was working, not at this moment, but, we just finished the project.
Okay.
Yeah,
So what, your project, and when's the next project start?
hopefully by the May 6th.
Okay, and then how much money do you make a month when those projects start
I
back
would
up?
say about 1,000 a month. No,
Okay.
wait, not 1,000 a month, 1,000 a week, my bad, I'm sorry. Back in the math.
You win. Yeah. Right.
Court process will finish.
Yeah.
Mr. Felton, let's go ahead and get down to the first one. We can sworn and then we can court process, okay, sir?
Okay.
That's the first one. Try to contact out this area. Just make sure you go there before you go to the others.
Oh.
Have a great week. Get on.
You require anything else? Yeah, I want to. Yeah, it's not a paper tree. How you feel about putting on a good time? I'm not. I'm going to set up for you.
Okay.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, that's what I was here this week. And you need to start off more
So, last week, I had some other, but I believe the conversation basically that.
Wake up. As many about, I think we want how long, I know that, and recommend first. Yeah. Yes. Yes, thank you. Have a good one. Thank you. Yeah, One of them? Oh, okay. I'll go to Frank. I'm working across the Really?
Well, it wouldn't go, it would only be, to the. Yeah, I think they only put that metal for on our side, yeah, that.
Look at it.
Let me show the transmittal now to see if they even made it. Do you want me to call back or email? What's the?
Came in off, that's
Okay.
usual.
Okay, signal. Who is the? Private specialist, okay, thanks now.
I have some photos and stuff that
I'll see you.
No, thank you. I did it first. Okay, so
I know, right?
Teachers and services.
Yeah.
He's going back. Which is. Okay, then I'm not.
I should still be.
I don't see any issue at all.
See the experience.
I don't see it right now.
Did you get your videos?
Yeah, but no, it's just somebody.
Alex, 10. Wait, the figure. Do you have anybody? Oh, yes. Whoever you have. Yeah, he said constant. Okay. Oh, it's nothing? Oh.
That's so weird. I usually go on this.
Everything is not that. I'm a call person. What called you talking about? Oh, Paul, I just read wrong, sorry. Yeah. Okay, you said, okay.
No. We had.
We have fun with the video. We don't have to do anything.
Ron?
That's the deal.
You need the sign just in there.
We're not.
Oh, don't
Thank you.
Sorry, I forgot your process. I felt something about that this morning. You know, that I'm feeling formal. We went to the drug test this morning and we passed. Yes. And so you can offer people, I have to take a decision making class, and a decision. Maybe in a learn, maybe in learn this. No, that's it.
We'll bring you a cake, don't
No, you can't. There's a jurisdiction. I can take it till you're dead. Just for like, oh, it's not actually so. I know all my clients, respectfully, yeah. But it shouldn't be so silent. Thank you, serious. All right. Mr. Hall? I'm gonna. For right now. I'm gonna generate your.
Oh, with that.
Order of your case for saying June 25th. Just to make tomorrow.
Okay.
But she's ready, you'll sign right now, and she will be technical, so sets. I know it has to be set that way. All right, go ahead, sign please. I'll show you that certificate. I mean, for the send out a something like crazy about me. There you go. Thank you. But you just close me, I was trying to look at you. I forgot. Oh, it's like, I was gonna be. Yeah. Yeah, so far, yeah, it's just. All right, did you get the videos? Yeah. Possibly. 9/9/14. All right, so you're at 176 days of income, 2 weeks of the back.
No, you need to get your reasons first. And then you're gonna speak to your attorney. Just hold on a second.
Not to go to place. Yeah, yes, I was going to repeat it. I thought that would be great. Sure. Avoided that one. No, this case, that's really nice. No, I think I'm going to. Just Bill. I want to see folks. I don't know. 14 more. Yeah. Okay, and nobody's running, so I stopped looking for this.
Yes, yes.
Are they all? Yeah.
What are you doing? Good, how are you doing, sir? Fine. Hello, Mr. Jesse Eskimos. Speak like that, please.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I believe that is the case.
Oh, it's in here. Yes, it's not. So you can disappear on this.
Oh, she was supposed to say.
I got 256, 6, 1. Yes, hello, this is Jesse Espinosa. Aaron will back it out, so. You want me to run for the sergeants and you can really. And then, and y'all want to transfer. Find it. I'll do that right now. Sorry about that. All right.
Yes, it's like, I don't know. You know, the swimming pool?
Well,
What's on swimming pool? What's going on with swimming pool?
okay. All right, that's.
Yeah. I'm done with those. I'm doing other people. Sure. Yes.
Okay, I have. Thank you. Is that me? Yes. See.
Yes, ma'am.
Who do you have?
This is Justice Mendoza.
All right. You guys have the rest of
We just got the contract. And we're gonna send out the restitution of money. Do you have my last two?
This one is 240.
No, there's Randy Bushnell and, oh, wait, Abel has three. No, it's the only one. And Randy Bushnell. It's my last.
I do have the restitution. It's,
No.
yeah, and she should have sent to you.
Okay. I'll let him know. Thank you. For the time served or how much time?
Yeah, I'm trying to like.
They-
Just get this.
I'm John. Yeah. I know, they used to go up. I feel
Yeah.
Since at the time I walked by on Monday. Very loud. I'm stuck with a Tuesday. I'm shocked. I tried to see it. And it was me, and if this move on how we were apart, and when people now, like, as well as I get doing stuff, but just people. So we answered the same.
Just like you found the first day.
Yeah, the day that they first.
No, but it was like, it's like before you're in general, like sometimes they dig down.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll put that up.
You know, first.
You must have.
In one of those special spots.
I was,
Yeah. I was like, right. She was like. I don't pay for this. Part of that. I'll double check if. Everything. Okay. I'm gonna read that much to
Actually, no, because it's today. Because it's 6, right?
Yeah. But. So everyone's put through that one.
24, so I was.
Sit around for a couple. Okay, let's not take it back down. People. You're saying that it's under, yeah, today. Okay.
So.
I know a lot of. Yeah. Oh.
My first year.
Yeah, I don't get his hold right now. Chapter Laura.
And they're $50.
Yeah.
So I'm doing that. That's $250 tickets.
What was this?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Assault.
Keeping up with. No, still open. Yeah, the work you still shows that, yeah, but that's what I'm trying to do. I can check it tomorrow, but I really.
I'm sorry, what do you want to say?
I mean, I can't until he's released, so however the jail exception credits, right, it's exception credits, you can't do it until he's, the sheriff's office lives. Yeah, and then, I mean, certainly by then, it's time will run, and then I'll just put back, I'll let it reset, and then just see what's there. Because at that point, the sheriff's office will automatically send the notes anyway.
Do you
So
know
it's one of those, I don't have to do
all
all
the
the
time?
Well, I mean, what, you just run it in JWeb and then it just shows what the yard is, I'll check it, because that's the actual, so on our side, so.
No. Oh.
I only do it from the DA portal, so I don't. Well, like it goes into our internal, like we have an internal button that goes, so.
Oh, got it, okay. You don't tell me your secrets.
The intranet is not intranet.
And then flag it, just sort of check.
Okay, sounds good.
Your last guy, do you guys help with it or are you good?
Oh, yeah, if something got.
I'm not waiting.
Now got a. Oh, let me just check it.
He didn't come. I guess next time, I don't know, whenever he shows up.
Oh, so good. Oh, she is? Okay. Oh, so you're. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm just curious. If I was marketing,
That is, I'm done.
Oh,
yeah.
so what's the little kickback, isn't he?
It's a jet. She.
She applied for the, and so, I know a bunch of people. Like a lot of people know this page, or before, or that.
Yeah.
I
see that. Yeah, I fixed it more in these.
I know that's, maybe it was after, I mean, or maybe she just didn't tell.
Oh.
I don't know.
Should.
Yeah, she should get it.
Yeah.
Let me see what else. Do they also take this back?
Very comment and telling you that.
You guys didn't cut that, was it?
Yeah, no, I'll follow up with one.
Yeah, I know, that happens.
So much shit, but you
No, you're fine, yes, we were, yes.
I know.
It should.
How you been? I don't have to come to church.
I'm busy.
So it's all right.
Huh? That's fair.
Yeah.
I didn't work till dinner. Maybe still be close to happening, you know? I'm figuring it
No. I think I should, yeah.
Okay, great, we'll take that. Right.
I'm sorry, this goes up.
Okay. Four,
I'm not
three,
saying that.
2, 4.
Five. Good job.
Hey, baby. Later, I had traffic in
They were just talking to him.
Oh, yeah.
Now you're all here.
Hey. That's why I'm here, because I don't have it.
She actually.
The first thing he says, like, oh, so you have to work now? Oh.
That's true to say. It's your phone.
I'm already doing 4,000 other things. Actually, I went upstairs to get an out-of-state witness order signed in. I caught like right in the middle of state. So that was a nice little treat. I got to sit and watch. Yeah. Just never get that opportunity.
You didn't email you?
Like where?
You didn't email you?
No, he didn't. He don't. That's good for me. You really. Yeah, it's just a little, what does we all should say?
Wait, it's tomorrow? Right, you guys? I just have HIC holidays listed, so.
Okay.
Stay, please. It's like she picked the highest.
I'm the first. I know. Yeah, but this is. I mean, there's something that's good.
I'm sorry.
Okay, good to know. At least one of us tried.
Call from the county Stevens, delivering a voicemail from Stevens. She says she's having problems with her pregnancy and she's in the hospital.
I need it. And when we said it's on hold.
Yeah, can we do it on Monday?
Okay, 5 months?
Okay.
Not be, but that's what I did.
I have to. She cool, okay, like, she takes on the flight. Yeah.
She put in the wrong. No, she put it on the first try. Because I already technically brushed it, I can know it. I'll get it. Let's get it when I get it.
Oh.
What's up, Lord? I don't know anybody.
How can I help?
You know, Mr. Ashley said you think the cleaner on the way to the cookie. Remember jail, yeah, they just asked you. Trespass is interference, they will dismiss the trespass. Okay, I believe. What they told us.
Let's see what they like.
Like it is discovery complete.
I don't know how to do anything.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thomas White. Thomas White.
You want to say
I see.
Sure.
I'm not quite going on the line, but I feel like that's what they think. But my phone was doing this. I don't know. Mr. White? All right, I'll get you to sign in just a second. All right, go ahead and sign, please. There you go, you're free to go. You're welcome. I forgot about the name. Ask again.
Get that old.
I also like, my business training more, we don't think that I'm wrong. We can have on my phone. Well, trying to go back for it. You basically have a game. The back is terrible. I'm super cracked. I think that this was holding it together. I don't remember.
Yeah.
But that makes sense, because you know, obviously the people that come and go and free adults.
No. That's that.
Yeah, it's there.
That's the. We do not speak of those.
Oh. I'll close. Oh. So on March 27th. No, this was the one I mentioned a long time ago. This was like, this was state. So I worked with him for a week. And I could remember. Do I still have it on my phone? July. Is it this right now or like a splitter? Yes, okay. Down there? Yeah.
And then, the next thing was on the Justice Wallace. So I don't know, so that he had a consult. That were a long. I guess.
I know, he's been happy. I don't know if he finished his money.
Yeah, yeah, I'm getting.
Parole day right now.
And it doesn't look
You
like.
get your reset and then you get your copies.
No, I I'll give.
She'll let you know when you come back. Here's a copy of the restriction. She'll be back on the earth, so stay in contact with her. Another copy of
Wait, so it's my son.
That's yours.
I did.
Okay.
Put the red out.
Put it on top of her laptop.
Okay.
Alright, pretty good.
Yeah, then do that. In what's the station today?
Good morning.
If you want to fight it, you can go to form. Yeah, that's after the program.
Yes.
Where did you see that? Sure, that's you. I mean, if you want me to roll it over and get it.
Okay, how it is.
Right now, I'm keeping it just like you did. Status, just what the status of it. Stuff like that.
I know.
Okay, so
It's
you.
already issued.
So you're 18. Okay, let's just have it there. I'll take it. I'll roll it over. Okay, but it's not. When you get to. Well, there's only thing you're looking for is. No, but what I'm saying is, what you're looking for is underlying where you're looking at his identity, because I can't get prints from there in the J. Look, I must have, and it's not.
Godfrey Bison. It's a
Slash point info.
Many times it up, yes. We want to send it. Well.
I'll read that document.
Thank you.
No, I'm just saying it's ironic because you can't verify because he did ID verification, so. Alright. I'll get there. I have. It's been a while since it's flying. All right. It was like, it was so everything, other guy. What they don't want to know. What day is it? Monday for one, two.
Last year.
Well, it's probably not. Look, these people can say that last year. Is this all? Yeah. We're just going so
Yes. You're trying very.
No, not that.
He's back here. Did he have these ones?
Yeah.
She should.
Alrighty, figure. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes, it was. Man, we were right there. Had everything done.
Okay, that should be it. You're able to, she's talking to me. I'm all done.
She got a probation.
Yeah, I just started working on things, so I should have tried. The elevator.
She did. So she ain't gonna give me. Oh, man. Got time.
Did you make a copy of that?
Yeah, the order.
Yeah,
Okay.
pretty,
She's video, she was Fleischer, that's why she was.
I was a story, I feel like it was a story.
No.
Yes, yeah, possibly.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And they'll get out of it.
Right. She's had enough.
Inside. You're in like 5 places at once right now. But for the purpose of this conversation, I'm great. We're going to. Gotcha.
Okay. Was I, you know, what's the
Sorry, so you took parents and then you start.
that was, very good, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Like that.
The rules and plans for me. Oh, so that's pretty. What was it? I don't know, I don't have to worry about my own medicine, like, I feel like I'm getting discovered, the food's been so good. I supported it, you know. I'm gonna eat it. Yeah. Ready to go back?
Yeah.
I don't know, I didn't, I'm looking at that. Oh, that's. Yeah, I missed it yesterday, I didn't miss it today.
Hines?
Oh, that's it. Comes out.
Was Lord ready? Yeah. One second.
Hey, past few weekends, I'm like, I'm going to we the ones comedy for tomorrow. Who's, we the ones with Mike Epps, Cousin Games, and JoJo Bird, another G Ball.
Yeah.
They will be here 20 minutes, and so I'm excited.
I like my goes.
Me too. So, yeah.
She'll get
Me and my friend Robin Brown.
It's like 1,200 days.
No, not that Robin Brown.
That's a big number.
No, not that.
And then if we go to office number.
Yes.
Mendoza, Nicholas. Right this way.
You have an issue with the videos, you're probably not.
Oh, Mendoza? Okay, I'll get you the sign in just a minute. Stanley Circle. And then there's. Miss Williams, you can choose 1,3,000,479. Yes. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and order my tax. What happened? There's no. Yes. So Sean shows, every day. And the decision. Now, we're going to. Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's playing. He said,
You're free to go. House. May 9th.
Each other, me and all.
The Monday. Okay, I got it. She could go back. Okay, I'm going to the colorful. Let's leave it aside. Yeah.
Oh, but some basketball. Great question. You enter into life. You show up. 9 o'clock, man, it's game over. I maybe make it to halftime. Did you watch it? And judge everybody. I just think I was saying, look, it's all. That's what you will be. It's a teasing me. Just see who is. Put us on. I just have to get that. It's all. That's it. That's it. That's it. So. That's too bad. Other golf game that you can play. One of the roulette, I actually saw the thing told yesterday after work. I'm going to Bueno. And 6. So. Very far. Yeah, yeah. So it's 3 over. 3 over. Yeah. I'll take it. I went out there. And I played with some young guys. They're like, I got it too.
Yes. Usually I'm just. But I think like, something like this. But whenever I'm reading on school, there's like, sometimes people say, everything, something, and they'll be like, state, so like, I'm about to. Yes.
So like all this transfer information over, so like. Like
I have trouble with things because. Okay. Right. I don't always look at it. So they can be, so I don't know, maybe I follow.
But it was just.
I mean, if I was young, dumb, like, so she was, I'll be the symbol, but right up there. It's probably get over close. So, next day. I know it's different. You do. All back to the
You don't have to. I'm gonna have like water.
Water and sex is going to do it's, yeah. They're all about that. I feel so hard because you didn't close your clothes.
I feel like it's over.
Oh, this side. Yeah, perfect. So in here. So my brother. Yeah, open up.
I look for it. I know that when I want to that.
Where's what's like?
Oh, we're nice.
Shaved. Clean, how much. So I. But it was sorry. A lot of reached out to us. It is close.
So it all works out.
Sounds like a good deal.
Yeah, I'll see you guys.
Yes, sir.
Wait, did you do a plea?
Was defeated as they changes the house and the body firms into the mother. They won't wait out. That's quite a one best for the asking. I mean, I told you it's bad. But water. Yeah, it's so it's to the front of the handle.
Yeah.
Change your body process. There's a less.
Especially now. Every time I go get like some choosing pesos and Mexican restaurant, all my walls are hard.
Wow.
It's done. It's summertime, so they know the whole thing. I'm like, it's gonna be water.
You would.
Yeah. It's not the same.
No.
It's never gonna be the same. Again, I was like, oh, gee, I can get work. Oh, hold it on.
Yeah, that's what my cousin was.
But at least, so when we go for a little bit, and then we'll have a couple drinks.
Yeah.
Especially with the crowd.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I haven't met it yet. He has like yours for and stuff, it's still like. Oh, boys? Yeah.
And showing up.
It's like. I feel like open down, but stuff. So bad. I fixed in my blood. And one said it. Which I'm like, how good is it?
I've been hearing that's
Second.
something.
Level 2 or.
I've got. It's expensive.
But you know how to do it?
It's not hard, but you have.
Yeah.
I'm saying, they don't, I see it all.
Look at how stand up.
So.
We're trying to figure out the location. Why couldn't you show? Space.
It is everything.
I've never thought about her. High school party, it's not like a birthday party. Okay, so high school. Now, you're 22. I mean, they don't know if I went like that. I think I'm not supposed to bring it. I think I never has played it. I'm almost there. I'm in my classes. Oh, so what are we doing here? Yeah, I didn't have the art of it, right? Babies, some babies, I was always a door. You go up your door. Like this. I'm a little bit dirty.
A little bit.
Hey,
But they said, you know, my dad was this phone.
Yeah, but you're not gonna make
Nice, just a reset. Make some calculations and get it out.
Babies eat double away from like, and I bet you doing some ice cold wash.
As far as I know, they still have some things out, but you know, we're.
I love that.
I love those. That's like experience.
Experience, yeah.
I don't use all work, but I never use skills.
I was shocked, I was, yeah. I should have
I immediately went to the internet and, you know, because I thought I was gonna have to stuff. And she did that specific. So I started it. But found a counter to where she had the prices right. Boxes.
Yeah. They do that, and I watched a whole diet for,
Yeah.
They also sometimes use like the Judicial.
Okay.
So
I just looked at my. I know, it's crazy how genetics work.
So.
that's a good possibility. Is this your house? Well, you feel like I've lived there.
I mean, yeah.
Hey, watch out for the B-man. That's like my daughter, dude. Thiessen is trying to dress you, but no. No, I'm not trying. I've adopted.
he likes that.
I'm not, I can't do the 80s. You are getting heavier. Hey, you are getting heavier though. It's the stress of the job. It's kind of heavy. I'm kind of 50-year-old guys, dad bod, you know, a good day over 60. Thank you. Do the pinstripes. Yeah, do the pinstripes. Try it sometime. Try it. I bet you could. I bet you could. Yeah, I can see it. I can see Charlie Sheen in that on Wall Street. I never saw that in 1989. God, I don't even think I was alive back then. Yes, you were. You were in your heyday back then.
In his prime.
Oh, I was hitting fifth gear. Had to throw an overdrive. He was in court 10. I approached him up there.
Oh, is he covering?
I asked.
That's fine.
How are you? So there's no blades today, guys? No blades. Where are the blades?
He's picking a jury, felony trial.
Just trying to get the quick. Approval here. I was able to sit down with Judge Gayos yesterday and just a quick introduction. The statistics
Guys get off.
You know, let them know that I said, there are a handful of us who want to help you to do your job.
Cause it's all.
That's true. And that we would like to assist you in keeping public safe. Because you have to trust that we too are driving the streets of Harris County and that we have a heart to help people.
They think you're the devil.
No, they don't. We had a very good conversation.
Did the meeting 2 weeks ago.
Well, with a smile, I'm sure.
Yes. It's still going, dude.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to drive her out. I'm going to judge and get it out.
Something
I'm
like
kind of debating whether I kind of want to do it anyway.
something that was said.
Border.
Do you want to share?
It's really bad, dude. Not right now.
You would get us that.
It's gone public.
Well, somebody gave me a preview of what I might hear, which is funny because I almost laughed when I did hear it, which was that we're working on this and we're, you know, they said, yeah, it's going to be like, we're a work in progress. Yeah. Which I think that they are a little bit overwhelmed right now, I'm sure.
Yeah, they have 3 people doing it, but I've seen it as a decision now.
But I feel like my vibe when I was leaving, at least my vibe.
You have a good vibe.
Okay, I don't do more here. Yeah, I'm not that.
No,
But
I'm just a jovial.
I have,
Nice Irish.
as Murphy and I would say, we have the happy heart. You know, you have to have a happy heart. I would not know.
I've heard it.
Really?
I have those fights.
That device might be. Is it home watching? But anyway, I am optimistic that, yeah, look,
It's misplaced.
here's what I'm gonna say. Here's what I will say. If I think of an analogy, I don't want to use that one. Let's just say there are many of us swimming up, trying to pierce the veil, trying to get in to have an understanding. And if one of us can, and if we do this right,
You think there is an understanding? They don't have an understanding. You have to do this.
well,
Literally 30 to 50 days a day, so at least a year to know what you're doing.
so guess,
Which they're not even doing 30 to 50 a day.
guess what I'm still working on, Dave? Guess what one of the cases I was approaching about, there's one, Kyle Denny.
The one that I
The
sent.
one that you sent the email.
I told them they weren't gonna do it.
Well, she hasn't said no. She has not said no,
Garcia, Adalberto.
and she wants to see his certificates and all that, which is to me I could have gotten an easy no. But I didn't. She wants to know, she wants to see.
I have absolutely.
How'd it go?
Zero confidence.
You can share with me what Alex said, you know, what your experience is, and not my degree. But as you mentioned about this work phone.
Hey, dude.
No, but.
Um, I'm sure there's a lot.
Jim has something to talk. Just say yes, PPI yes, first offense, under 1.5, say yes, it'll be on all. That would help us to do with your provocation. I'm still irritated about this situation. She wasn't. I really have to set up his trial today because of the trial he keeps getting. Okay, the guy has a prior DWI for 13 years. Huh?
It's like.
I don't think but this way, it's like 38 years ago. This is the one you're talking about. This is different. How old are you? See, this is 7 years prior to you being born. Yes. Apparently that's too close a years old for them to consider, not consider it. See, I told him, I said, basically what that means is everything you've done in your life, even 7 years before that, are more important. Like what's happening today. I don't know. So
That's why I said,
I want a time served and probation officer, maybe an offer that I can offer him, and he has to make a decision when he wants to go. He will live on a 38-year-old here. Let me just look at it. Didn't meet all of them. By the way, I'll let you know if they prefer.
Really?
Right? They changed it in 92. I don't know, it wasn't born until 93. I just noticed that look, that's the year that I know. Not if it was up. You don't have to know criminal history, it's fetish, but I did that. The best. When I used to over here. Kind of a student of the out of state stuff. Yeah. Someone has to be. So I've got an interesting one right now. I have a Maryland driver's license. We can't find any record of anything called in Maryland. We've used the Texas ID number to get assigned. Can't get anything from DPS. Can't get anything from Maryland. On what? So I got a guy that's got was on PTI, got another DWI. Then he picked up a slew of felonies. All the felonies are being resolved for a 1 3-year deferred. And so now I'm like, okay, the ones that don't have a DWI, and we plead to a DWI. And so their natural inclination would be take the easy route, just do a little time served. They're offering time served, put them out here. And I'm like, okay, that's going to trigger a suspension. It's going to trigger a suspension. And, you know, if he's driving out there, he's going to have to get an occupation license, which is kind of pushing him because he really doesn't have he doesn't want to do it. And if he gets popped for that, he's on 3 years for upstairs. He gets, so that's not going to be it. So I was like, he's already probation. I don't just do probation on it current. And then that kind of makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. But then I got to thinking about it. When he was on PPI, he did have to do the DW education plan. Yeah. Which if you're looking at a crazy up statute, if it's ordered as a condition of probation, he can't take it twice. So he goes to fulfill that requirement of probation, he can't take it, therefore it's a violation, he gets his license suspended. So we're right at square one. Yeah. So what did I do? I went to the prosecutor.
Sorry, I've been all.
I don't order PW education.
I had to say my
got order.
business for the TV.
He's got a PW. And I'm like, yeah, but you're not going to make a good argument. Yeah, I'm trying to avoid a driver's license. And he's thinking about public safety. He's like, I'm not going to let it.
What's up?
I'm just waiting. So that's yeah. Yeah. Well, there you are. Let's get you cigarette. Yeah. Yeah. What? Yeah. You got any problems? Yeah, I got one that I'm really nervous about.
Are you,
Oh, yeah.
Cincinnati, Ohio, and Logan? I need a co-tax. Yeah, thanks. But I gotta go, I gotta go to other coast. I'll get going. I'm doing it. I won't go out there. I might do it, I'm gonna just say that, then I would pay for the full hours.
I want to share something. I'm listening to her saying that is talking to her. Really, that's
What you want?
I got it. I have local.
took some yes.
Didn't really.
Yes, she was. Just the average.
I'm gonna go talk to him.
Send them an application.
Because that was a really good case. Number
So there's no. Listen to her, and she's arguing about the case. Defense attorneys. They don't have it anymore. They're not going to be able to get this up. You know what she says? Well, you can probably do it. I'm just saying.
Lesson was not learned.
Did you not learn a
Yeah.
lesson from
But I gotta go back to
You cannot have your justify.
the scale question is what I like. So I've never used that. There was a scale question about if there was, it's kind of that version of it, there's 10 people and you know one of them is absolutely not guilty or something like that. Did you,
Yeah.
what would you do? You don't remember what that
No,
was?
I think it was like it's worse to put it in a hospital and then somebody did it in a lab.
Yes, I think that's what it was.
Yeah.
And
That's like
agreeing strongly
authoritative
agreeing.
versus like, yeah.
Yeah, and that was like a strongly agreed, yeah, I need to see that slide.
Okay, I'll let you know. Thank
I
you.
thought that was helpful.
Yeah. It was good.
When you're running out of time.
I still like have flashbacks sometimes and I'm like, oh, I think my motion to suppress is like, or my motions to suppress, because it was like several that I argued all the time. And I think that was okay. To a trial and like. Yeah.
Okay, thanks for being patient. Sorry. Okay, are you ready? Hi, Sarah.
He's back after his test.
What's it again?
Joe Torres, it's off doctor.
Okay. Roxanne,
Yes, sir. Trevor, something positive in the THC. All right, I'll.
what was your call number again, Sarah?
Yeah, give me 1 second. I'll pull it up. I'm sorry. This is on my phones.
Have the cause number handy, Roxanne?
Okay.
5099942.
Yes, 38 year old. I'm serving officer.
So I'm gonna give him another couple weeks. He's not, I hope he's not using, let him
No,
know.
he's not. My understanding is that he's been sober for like a little over a month, but he was a chronic user before, and so it's still just the remaining. Well, we've applied for PTI mitigation, like we've applied for the PTI, it's just we've not heard back.
Okay. I'm gonna set it for another couple weeks, like 3 weeks, if he tests positive.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. All right, so around the 50th, 55th day, we'll reset it to.
Can you like ask for an amount or like a specific, like the percentage or, I mean, I don't know.
No, he's just not supposed, he's supposed to be clean.
I understand that, but based on the information that I have, is like he was a chronic user for years and he's recently stopped. So my concern is that like it's not long enough to get it all
So
out of the
let's see what
system.
send it to the lab now so we can get levels. And then we'll see the
Yeah.
next time and see what the levels are.
Okay,
Okay.
thank you.
All right, sir. Have fun. Hi, Eric.
Excuse me. Good morning, Judge. I have Guevara. First name Evans.
Okay.
She paid the DA fee this morning. She is getting the portable device today.
Okay. Okay.
So I have. Today's Thursday. I know y'all don't do Friday. That's
Monday. Okay. Sure. Okay. Hi, Mr. Cole.
Hello, how you doing, sir?
Good morning.
How you doing? I'm here on Mr. Jesse Espinoza. We're gonna do a PTI on him. We just got the restitution form today.
Oh, so old. Has everything been turned in? State on Espinoza?
Look on Espinoza here. So the PTI contract was sent, and the restitution invoice was sent over, but as defense said, it was today that it was done.
That you got it? That you sent it, I guess?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. How much is the restitution amount? And then do you guys want it all up front or do you pay as you go? Hey, Blaze, with restitution on a DWI PTI, is it all up front or is it installments?
No, it's not.
What's
It has
not?
to be paid by the termination of the contract. I'm
Oh.
well aware of that.
Okay, great. All right, we'll send you off a week for you to get everything done. Okay? The case is 250 days old.
I got you.
So let them know they've got a week to get everything done.
No problem. I'm sure.
Okay? Got it.
Have a good day.
You too. Take care.
Nice seeing
You too. Okay, hi. Hi.
I have Mr. Martinez Naranjo on docket.
In custody or on bond?
He's on bond.
Okay.
We just got a new offer for time served. I have the videos. I have 911.
More times?
Yes, Judge, I have to provide proof of his, the DDS 214, because he's a veteran. But ineligible for veteran court.
Is he on deferred?
He's not on deferred.
There was a deferred, but I guess maybe it's terminated. Okay. So you're at 176 days. You want a week or two?
Yes, Judge.
If that, he's got to be here. So
Yes, Judge. Yes, Judge. And so we're hoping that he'll take the offer by the next time he comes in to provide that proof. All right, thank you.
ma'am.
Can I be excused? Thank you.
Hi. Hey, what's new? It's Friday Eve, man.
Yeah, got a plea.
Come to me, Serenity. Okay. Oh, you do? Okay.
Bianca Lopez, she's in custody,
Guys, do you mind? Bianca Lopez, please. Oh, okay, yeah. And then you want to sign now, we can get you to sign.
He already signed.
He did?
It's just-
Got it.
yeah.
Okay. Laura, you want to talk to me?
Yes, I have a plea on Mr. Addison.
Okay, I guess you want to bring them both? Addison and Lopez. Oh, wait, one's a lady though. Can they do that?
Yeah, you come out here together.
Nathan, you want to talk?
Sure.
We're waiting on people. Well,
Is this Ms. Gooch's client?
no.
Is she Maxine?
No, Miss Lopez, man.
I have two issues.
Come on, Trey.
This one will take longer. This one will take longer.
Did we do a TRAS on this? What did the TRAS say? Lopez. Page 44. We did do a TRAS. I mean, it doesn't even matter though, really, because she's got the delivery case upstairs, so anything that we wanted to do, it's.
It said, the recommendation was school A.
Hopefully they address it upstairs. We just can't because of the open case. Ma'am, you were charged with prostitution. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. You have worked out an agreement where they're offering you 51 days in jail with credit for the 17 days that you have done. You need to understand that this is going on your record and it's going to be there for the rest of your life. You need to understand that if you continue to pick these up, at some point they can hit you with a felony and you're looking at years instead of days. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal once you accept this agreement. There's no changing this. Is this what you want to do?
Yes, sir.
How do you plead to the office, ma'am?
Guilty.
If I need guilty, I'm going to follow the agreement. Good luck to you, man.
Thank you, man.
No, I just want to talk to discuss it robustly. Robustly, we're gonna have a robust discussion. What? Yeah.
Why does this keep happening? Over and over and over. Why does this keep happening? How many cases did you have last year, Mr. Addison?
I have quite a few, sir.
Now you pled on the 17th of December, and not 3 weeks later, you have now another criminal trespass. How do we stop this from happening?
You need to leave Texas?
No, we don't want you to leave Texas, but we want this to stop happening. Why would I keep doing this?
Officers don't like me out there, man. They be harassing me. They beat me up. They assaulted me. They put me in the hospital. They tried to kill me.
So why go back?
What do you mean?
Why go back to the same location over and over if you know that they're going to beat you up?
I'm in the state of Texas, not just this area. The state of Texas, the laws don't like me. The police don't like me, sir.
That's baloney because you're a likable guy. We all like you, Mr. Addison. You seem like a stand-up guy. You're nice, but you keep going back. Why would I keep doing this? You know, we hit you with the time served. We let you out. 2 weeks later, you pick up a new case. And it's been like that for the last damn year. Where's your family? Who do you have in your life?
I don't have nobody in my life, sir. All my family is dead. My twin just died not too long ago.
You got no kids?
But they grown here, but I can't find them.
Why not?
Because their mother hid them from me.
You ever tried to find them?
Yes,
How?
through the internet. Through the internet, sir.
I don't know, Lori. We're doing the same shites over and over and over. And last year, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cases just last year. You pled at the end of December. January, you've got a new case. We let you out. You took off on us 2 more times. And the only reason we have you now is because you picked up an interference. And now we're doing the same thing over. I'm not going to do this. I'm done, Mr. Addison. I'm not going to continue to do this. Plead you to the time served in hopes that you're going to go out there and not do it. No, it's not going to happen. We need to figure something else out. Thank you. That's very sweet. But I'm not going to do this. We need to do what I'm going to do now, what's called a TRAS, to see how we go forward. because I don't know enough about you and what's going on in your life to figure out how we go forward so you stop picking up criminal cases. I told you that many moons ago that I'm going to stop doing this, and now is the time. I'm not doing it, Mr. Addison. We will set this case for a TRAS. I'm going to try to expedite to get it done as fast as we can. I'm done. What I'd like to do, and the hope is that somehow you, me, and Lori can figure out what kind of family you have in the United States so that we can get you somewhere where you stop getting in trouble. But it's not working what we're doing. And I'm not going to continue to, this is not a revolving door. Do you understand, sir?
Yes, yes, Your Honor.
That's what we're going to do. So Lori, I'm sorry, but let's set it for a TRAS and we'll come back next week. Do you mind expediting it? It's obviously, Friday is just too soon, but perhaps maybe Monday we can get the TRAS done. Yeah. All right. Mr. Beadle.
I've got two matters that I need to address the court with. One is not on docket today. It's Emma Lynch. She's still waiting. She's not in Hue yet. Like, I'm wondering if you could maybe make a call to the appropriate entity and say there was some sort of issue going on with the bond situation that kind of.
Do this. Toria's not here today.
I know.
Is she gonna be back tomorrow? Do you know? Is Toria back tomorrow?
But I did bring it up with this young lady. I'm sorry.
I know, but let me,
She's great. She's great. So she's aware.
I get it. Let me wait.
Saying that she's gonna be here unless she wants it, Joe.
Okay, great. Can we talk about it tomorrow?
Sure, I'll come by tomorrow.
And we'll see what we can do to try to expedite.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
The other one is on the docket today, and I think the chief is aware of it. It's Bill Jones. He's on the docket today. His appearance was waived.
Oh, okay.
He, yeah, he's great. He went into inpatient and he's out now, and I talked to him yesterday. He sounds amazing.
You have a device?
Yes, he still has the leg bracelet, et cetera. He's doing great.
All right.
So we're at the point now because we applied for PTI on him because he had a 38-year-old DWI, and they're apparently think that that's close enough in time, even though he's been to inpatient treatment, et cetera, to not give it to him.
Telling you that I've seen more denials now.
I know. I am well aware. I get told that everywhere I go. So we're at the point where I have asked the state for a time served offer as well as, but Judge, it's a 38-year-old. Okay. And a probation offer. But the reality is that we're probably going to try this case, but I would like all the offers on the table that I can go over everything with him, go over the videos with him, and him make an educated decision on what he wants to do exactly.
Offer whatever you want to offer. It doesn't matter to me what you're going to offer.
I honestly don't think a time serves in a pro because he's done inpatient. Probation's not going to give him more tools that he doesn't already have.
I disagree with you. I think that it does. It will, because it keeps him under the nose. He knows that he has someone watching over him at all times, so he can't just, go out there and do whatever he wants to do.
But the next thing is a felony anyway if he does it.
Do we want him to graduate to a felony?
I don't think he's going to be back. We've got a 38-year gap between arrests. 38 years from now, the man will be 104 probably. Do you know what I mean? I just don't see him coming back based upon his experience this time. He's at a completely different stage now, which I'm happy to say.
Time heals all wounds.
So all I'm asking for is a pretrial motion setting rather than set it for trial so that the chief and I can discuss.
Are we definitely going to set it?
I need to know what the offers are on the table for us to really go over it with them.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll talk to you about it.
You guys know me. We've been friends long enough.
Dude, I just want to make sure you're aware the case is getting a little long too.
It is. It's 177.
But
So
we are
we'll give
getting-
you, I don't know, you want 2-3 weeks and then
That'll
come
be-
back and let us know.
That'll be.
Okay.
Judge.
Hunter.
Hey, Judge, here on Perkins. So I got an email yesterday. Apparently she never had the application sent in. I've sent the mitigation, but they didn't have the application. That's been sent in today. I had her fill it out, send it in. So there we are. I don't know if we want to go ahead and preemptively set the TRAS.
No.
Okay.
Because we're seeing more denials than ever. Is there an accident in this case?
There is.
How high is the test?
0.153 to 0.157.
Okay, major or minor?
Major crash.
I don't know. I wouldn't. So let's set it a
He's
week.
young with no criminal history, so.
None of that. It's, I think the circumstances now are what ride, I don't know. So, let's set it off a week, see what they can get it done in a week and we'll come back.
It should be done at this point, finally, Judge. It's like one of those cases that's just snake bit.
Hunter, if there's no decision in a week, I'll waive.
Okay.
But if there's a decision, then she needs to be here and then we'll send her for TRAS if yes, if no, then.
Because I was gonna have her not come today, but I needed her to fill out the app, so.
Set if it didn't get.
Yeah. Thank you, Judge.
Craig. Mr. Stewart. You good?
I'm waiting on a date, Your Honor.
He wants you to see his back where the police bruised him up and beat him up.
Why do you keep going back? You know that you're gonna get a beat. You know when you go, it's not gonna end well, but yet you're going. It's like the forbidden apple, I guess, right? I'm not gonna,
I understand. I just had to relay the message.
yeah, tell him that more so, why do you go back?
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, enough's enough, really, it's just.
What about? Oh, he talked with counsel outside. I told him to send him back. Garcia? No, he was waived. His felony set for 519.
Yeah, you don't have to ask, just come.
Let me go ahead and go last week.
Okay.
So.
Sean docket today?
No, she was on docket on Monday, but she wasn't up here, but they did bring her up. I'm not sure what happened.
What's the cost of it?
It is, 256.
Talk to the clerk.
2087.
Hey, Counselor, my God.
I don't remember talking about her. She's on bond for a murder case? She picked up an assault?
Yes.
What?
So the issue with that is that the magistrate.
Tell me they gave her a PR. Tell me that she got a PR bond.
Got a, correct?
Yeah.
And, there's an interference with the curfew time. I was wondering. Yeah.
Hold on a second, hold on a second.
The 20th? Got it. Is he good to go back?
Hey, we have a problem. Can I give you a cause number?
Yes, I have some mistake for that. What is it?
256 2087. She's on bond for murder, picks up an assault, makes a surety bond, and they give her a 30-day reset.
I see the bond paperwork says 502.
Look at the next setting. Next setting says 529.
That must be like a clerical error, like in, when they take the bonds and.
Can we fix it right now so that,
Yes.
Trey, can you please, because I want her here tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
And then we'll address conditions tomorrow. Yeah.
All right, Judge, we have an arraignment that showed up while we were,
Okay.
page 15. Haran, come on up. It's an arraignment, we need PC.
Yeah.
Or Haran, Herron.
Thank you, Mr. Torre.
Good morning, Mr. Is it Haran?
It's Aaron.
Heron? Ms. Heron, you're charged with interference with the duties of a public servant. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Judge. This one was a 2B. On September 28th, 2024, a law enforcement officer was dispatched to a family disturbance at a residence in Harris County, Texas. The caller reported she observed the couple arguing in a truck, children crying, and heard a loud bang as if someone got struck in the head. The law enforcement officer observed the truck with one functioning headlight, matching the description that was given him regarding the truck. The law enforcement officer observed a juvenile outside of the truck with red puffy eyes. The law enforcement officer made contact with defendant 1, Ms. Heron, and defendant 2. The defendant stated there was no altercation or arguments that occurred and that the law enforcement officer was talking to the wrong people and that they were okay. The law enforcement observed an odor of marijuana. The defendant's vehicle was sitting outside of a random residence at night, and the defendant stated the vehicle belonged to a friend.
Which defendant? Who?
I just said the defendant stated the vehicle belonged to a friend, and then there's defendant 1, which is referring to Ms. Heron for the next sentence. Ms. Heron refused to ID herself and stated she was going inside of the house. The law enforcement officer told defendant 1, Ms. Heron, to stay put until the conclusion of the domestic violence investigation. Defendant 2 exited the vehicle, stated, "No, I am not," when advised, and he was detained and pulled up his pants before getting in a bladed stance. The law enforcement officer grabbed the defendant 2's right wrist. Defendant 2 pulled away. The law enforcement officer grabbed defendant 2's shirt, telling him to stop as they fell to the ground. The defendant 1, Ms. Heron, pulled the law enforcement officer's arm and pushed the law enforcement officer's chest, preventing the law enforcement officer from restraining defendant 2. The law enforcement officer took out an electrical conducted weapon, told defendant 1 to get out of the way, Ms. Heron, and defendant 1 continued to refuse and push law enforcement officer's chest. Ms. Heron ID'd herself with her name and date of birth, which was confirmed with the Texas driver's license.
Ms. Heron, don't. Now's not the time. You know, I've got a bunch of DAs here. Whatever you say, they're going to use it against you. You will have the opportunity to fight your case. Just now's not the time. I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with the case. Do you have the ability to hire a lawyer, ma'am?
I don't.
Okay, we can have you fill out an application. I'll take a look to see whether you qualify. I need to know everything about you, how much money you make, what kind of job you have, and then we'll take a look to see whether you qualify. I see that the co-defendant in this case has a valid warrant for his arrest. I think that there's still a warrant open for his arrest. Also on a felony warrant as well. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to have any contact with the co-defendant in this case. You understand? If you do, I'm going to put you in jail. No more PR bonds for you. Do you understand? Okay. So Deputy Miranda is going to give you an application. I'm going to have you go to Victoria, sign a reset, and then we'll have you take your seat in the jury box while you fill it out. Okay? Please. Can you file? Hey, if you can file no contact with the co-defendant, please.
Yes, sir.
Thanks. Okay. Gilbert, you ready?
Hi, Judge.
Hey, what's new, man?
You should have a motion in your queue. It's a motion to substitute on Basilio Garcia. I should be finishing this felony case in about 2 weeks, and then
Are you in trial now?
this case should go away.
In trial now? What are you talking about? I should finish this felony case. Oh, for this guy?
Yes.
Oh,
He's on probation in another court. He's about to take time on it, and I think they're gonna file a motion to dismiss on it upstairs. So it's, thing. But either way, we'll work the case down here.
he's Is he here today?
No. Is it good? Just saying, we're bringing him in 2 days after he pleads. Next time we're in felony court.
Yeah, it's not an old case. I'll sign it and whatever you want. Do you want the same day as a felony?
No, 2 days later is fine, so that way we can find out where we're at.
Problem. Whatever you need.
Thank you, Judge. Good seeing you. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir, absolutely, thank you.
So do you mind, can you put it?
Yeah.
Got it? Okay. Oh, what happened with your thing? Are you done?
Resolved.
It did fled? Are you happy with it?
Yes, I wanted to go, but
Hmm.
do it right.
Are we done? Yeah, but it's an empty courtroom.
No, but I can reset, we're very close, I'm about to look. Joseph, how's the June?
It's so hot in here. What the hell, man?
It's hot here.
All right, wave to parents. All right, Judge, you ready?
Give me 1 second. Wow, that's pretty awesome. Okay. You ready?
Page 4, Elion was removed from the program, fell to Villa, council's order.
5,002. I have to do a bail order.
What's up? No. I was the opposite law. I was high stress.
Yeah, he is super enough. Well, yeah. Yeah, he knows his name.
Okay, Vic, who's next?
Next is page 11, Bree. You sent them to get drug tested yesterday. The
Who?
results were negative.
Say it again?
Page 11, Bree.
Okay.
He doesn't have an attorney. Because his arraignment was yesterday, so. we're gonna do it.
Is he here?
Yes.
Okay, we can appoint him a lawyer.
Let me just make sure that thing. Good morning.
Hi, how are you, Murray?
Last name? So,
All right, Judge, next is page 21, 22. Mary, or Marie,
Yeah,
counsel says the defendant has been MIA.
okay. Ten thousand and three.
Are you gonna do the PO?
Yeah. Is that three FTAs or two? I think it's only two.
We have two bonds posted on one case.
Oh, he's got two cases?
Well, yes, two cases.
Okay, it is three. I didn't realize it.
Today, yeah, today makes three.
No.
Hey, I have a judges meeting starting soon, so I need today.
Okay,
So I'll just leave and you can just reset whatever.
we don't have that many. Next, are you ready for the next one?
Yeah.
Next is page 27, Salazar, declaration, does appear first time.
2501.
Page 30, Smith. Smith was on docket yesterday. We rolled him for today because he didn't show up and still
Really?
didn't show up.
Okay, so how many total is that for Mr. Smith? Hmm?
Thank you so much.
That's at least three, or if not four. Know that there was another besides yesterday that the dude didn't show up.
Yes, but.
So 10,003 on each. Okay, who's next? I'm never letting this one go. I'm not.
Page 34, Webster, special arraignment to appear, 3 bonds.
God, I was hoping you'd do well, you know? I thought he was in school and shit happened. Okay, Webster, 10,003. Bless you.
Yep. All right.
Anyone else?
No, Judge, we're just waiting on the last financial assessment.
Okay, it's a little late, so if you want to like do maybe a week and then we can phone her when they come back, you know,
Okay.
if she wants.
Oh, and Eldridge is in the back, waiting on the attorney.